Hey, so I wanted to kind of let everyone know what it's like to be an indie published author. So when I say I'm published indie, a lot of people say, "Oh, you self-published?" And the answer to that is no. I did not self-publish. Address the Color of the Sky was published by Glass Spider Publishing, who is a small press publisher. Small press basically means they're going to format your book, they're going to edit your book, they're going to get all the licensing for your book and get it registered, Library of Congress and all that. And that's it. They're going to release it for you. They're not going to market your book. So who has to do the marketing? Me. And I hustle. So the problem is that while I have to keep all the momentum going with Address the Color of the Sky, I have pressure to write my next book. I also want to continue to read contemporary fiction books, which is the genre that I write in, so that I know what the market's bearing, what people are buying, what's doing well, because that's part of my job as well. So I have to find balance. And to quote Dr. Zeus, life is a great balancing act. So basically, I have my Twitter, which takes several hours a day, and Twitter is where I sell the most books and I have the most followers. And I load my tweets once a week. They automatically go all day long. And then basically, I have to retweet for all the people that have tweeted for me. And that's how you get people to know about your book. All you can do is spread the word. That's kind of your job as an indie published author. And now, from what I'm hearing, if you even publish with a big five, they want you to do marketing too. So if you want to get picked up by a big five and you're really hustling, that kind of shows them, hey, this writer cares. This writer's going to work and kind of put the work in for their book. They want to see that you're passionate about it. So I think it's really important for indie published authors to understand that it's a hustle and no one's going to find your book. If you published indie, the chances are you're not going to get into a brick and mortar, because brick and mortars are paid by the big five to have their books on the shelves, and they're not going to get paid by you. Plus, who's going to know your book's even out there and to buy it, because there's no one doing your marketing. So, and I do believe an indie published author can only penetrate the market so far. It's really, it's tough. It's really tough. But one thing that I've been able to get a lot of are reviews. And indie published authors are always asking me, how did you get so many reviews? My answer, write a great book. If somebody reads your book and they think it's amazing, they will be compelled to write a review. The reason why I have so many reviews is because this book, Address the Color of the Sky, has moved people, and they want to write a review. And what I didn't expect was so many men to write reviews and so many men to love the book. But I'm delighted. Honestly, I'm totally delighted. So I have my Twitter. I post on Instagram and automatically onto my author's Facebook page. I have Pinterest. I have LinkedIn. And so all these different apps and all these different sites and marketing sites are time consuming for me. I have to post on them. I have to reply to comments. I have to pay attention and keep it active so that I'm still getting noticed. I believe I sell a lot of books on Twitter. That's where I sell the most books, but I've gotten the most beautiful photographs of my book from book bloggers on Instagram. So every different kind of social media app has their value, and I can't really tell you which one will be the best for you. It's just a grind, and you have to do it, and you have to really hustle. That's the word I use all the time. Get up and hustle, because if you don't believe in your book, no one else is going to. So I've entered a bunch of contests. Do I think that's going to sell books? No. You know what that did for me? I won 7 book awards for Address the Color of the Sky, and that told me I can write, and I'm competing against my peers, and I'm winning. I don't think it sold any more books. So to answer your question, contests are expensive to enter, but I personally got value out of it because it gave me sort of a pulse check on where I am as a writer. And I needed to hear that because it was my first book. I encourage you to say yes to every single rinky-dink interview, every book blogger that asks you questions, anything somebody asks you to do, just say yes. Write in an article, do things like that, because it gives you the opportunity to post. I also wrote a lot of flash fiction last year, and every time I submitted it and I got published, I blasted that story out. I was published in an anthology of emerging writers for the state of California. I have a short story in there. So there's just all kinds of things you can do as a writer to kind of beef up your resume, which I think really helps. So, am I going to be able to penetrate the market the way somebody that's published with Random House or Doubleday? No, I'm not going to be able to. But I'm going to do the best I can to spread the word. And just remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I tell myself that every day. And am I making money? No. Am I kicking out of the ballpark? No. But I am actually seeing, like I said last time I posted, more purchases on a daily basis rather than only when I'm running promotions. The other thing I can say is figure out which apps or which advertising book ad places are kind of really good for you to invest money in and run an ad and try to find ones where if you run an ad and it's $20 and you sell 10 books, that's not going to make your money back. So you have to really look at things like Bargain Booksy, Book Gorilla, BookBub, all these things. Like BookBub Book of the Day is like $1,000, but from what I gather, it's worth it. I can't get my book approved. I've applied three times I think now. I meet all their qualifications, but I think my cover's too salacious. They're not going to tell me why, but I think the more you try, the chances are you'll get it. It's a lot of money to me, and I really freak out when I do make the application because I'm like, what if I get in? Then I have to pay it. But from when I went to the Reader's Favorite Book Awards, all these authors were like, that's the best site to advertising on. Just the book of the day, not any of the other stuff. So at any rate, hopefully this helps the indie authors out there. Don't ever give up. Keep hustling. It's going to be worth it. I promise.